Hey guys, my name is Florian and this is the first video of a series covering the journey of this spacecraft, first to Eve and then later on to Jool. This is the first part of the spacecraft. The spacecraft is being assembled in orbit. Currently we are launching the drive stage. The video is playing in 2 times regular speed to, save us all some time. And yeah, this is a regular ascent. Yeah, let's just ditch those 4 Soyuz style boosters, get rid of them, and continue our ascent. You might have seen it, we have some Falcon 9 style landing legs on this ascent vehicle because we're going to reuse it, or rather get the funds back once we've landed it. The second stage just has a small poodle engine, but that is enough to get us into orbit. Once this is done, we just switch back to the first stage and return it back to Kerbin. Unfortunately, unlike SpaceX, we don't have any fuel left, so we're just gonna deorbit, land somewhere, probably in the ocean, and recover it from there. That should still give us some funds back. It would be a shame to just waste that first stage. And yes, I know it's a complete waste to unfold those landing legs because we're gonna touch down in the water. But hey, we packed them, we might as well use them. Okay, this is the second part of the EVOOL Explorer. The fairing is a lot larger because we have the science module and the crew cabin and the small lander all packed up nice and tight up there. Just a standard launch ascent procedure. We just ditched the boosters. We are trying to get an encounter as close as possible on the first try. Unfortunately, I seem to have some minor variations in terms of inclination. Now we're just gonna use the mainsail to cancel out the velocity in relation to our target. Six kilometer, 5.9. We're getting somewhere. The thrust is so low on this engine. 5.4. Okay, let's just land this first stage real quick. And because this landing just takes too long because of the parachutes, we just missed our close approach and have to catch up now. Using this small tiny poodle engine. Cancelling out the velocity difference and now approaching or heading towards the target. I probably shouldn't have landed the first stage because we wouldn't have this problem now. But anyway, let's ditch this transfer stage. Switch over to the drive stage. So basically the upper stage of the crew stage has been ditched now, so we only have control of this stage and a little bit of control of the other stage via RCS. Okay, we're closing in nicely now. Getting the distance below 1 kilometer already. Cancelling out the velocity in relation to our target. There in the distance you can see the second stage that is slowly drifting away. "250 meters, closing in nice and slow." You might have noticed I have, as of now, not unlocked the large docking port, so what I'm doing is I use 4 of the standard docking ports to connect them together. Okay, let's decouple this one. And now we're just gonna use RCS to get us close and dock. We could also use the engine on the small lander there, but we don't really need that because we're already that close and the velocity in relation to our target is cancelled out already. Moving in nice and slow. Cancelling out that lateral velocity. And no, that's not how it works. No, not those two. Ah, damn it. Yeah, undock. Let's try this again. We can do this better. No. Ah, god damn it, not again. Come on, decouple. Okay, move away. And after a bunch of tries and errors, we basically, finally, eventually made it. As you might have noticed, while I was trying to dock, our periapse fell below 70 kilometers and I have to hurry up so that we do not end up burning up in the atmosphere. 57 kilometers. Let's get this up, let's accelerate and get us out of the atmosphere again. In the meantime, we're going to deorbit this upper stage. I packed chutes on this, so we might as well land it and get some funds back. I even managed to get it close to the KSC, and as you can see in a moment, I am trying to overdo it and perhaps land on a building or at least very close to the KSC to get all the funds back. And yeah, this thing does not control well in the atmosphere. and it's probably as aerodynamic as a brick. Try and get over there, but the drag is just incredibly strong in this one. Trying to get close again. We have lots of fuel left in this second stage. And yeah, pro tip, if you want to land your upper stage on parachutes, you should check that you actually have enough parachutes to slow it down enough, or have some fuel left to soften the impact. Because you will see in a moment, I don't have that, and there goes the poodle engine. Okay, but anyway, we got a bunch of funds back from that upper stage, not a lot, but a little bit, and now we take care of the assembled EVOOL Explorer in orbit around Kerbin, deploy all those solar sails and radiators, as well as all those dishes that will ensure a nice and smooth and also good connection to Kerbin once we are interplanetary. Let's just check that crossfeed is enabled. Pointed prograde. Check the apoapse. Apoapse is about 126 kilometers. Now we only have to raise the periapse because we don't want to pass through the atmosphere again, especially not with all those panels and radiators folded up. Let's get this periapse out of the atmosphere. And that is it. We launched both parts, assembled it in orbit, and are basically ready to depart from Kerbin. But just for good measure, let's take a good look. Jebediah is posing for a nice photo on the Kerbal Times. Brave Kerbinauts heading to Eve. That was the launch of the EVOOL Explorer. Stay tuned for part 2.